Hey folks, how you doing? So I got good news. We're back. The Tom Number Show is back on YouTube officially. Meaning, for those of you that don't know or haven't realised, this channel, which had 34,000 subscribers at the time, was taken down like that almost 2 years ago. May, I think 23rd or 24th of May 2023, it was taken down completely. And after numerous appeals, we're back. So I just want to thank the good man. Never give up, never give up. There was an opportunity to get it back. I took the plunge. It took a while, even after that approval, and then some back and forth, and then again I had to hammer it home, and then it came back. So my friend Anna was able to tell me she's got her channel back. So this is what happened. I appealed. I'd been told that I would get it, or was about to, and then hey Wolf Mother, it's great to see you. Oh, bless you, thank you. Have you been seeing me on the other channel as well, on Tom Numbers Site Club? Hey Romy. Or did I lose most of you that were on here and you didn't realise where to find me because of the channel going? I'm wondering about that. It would be good to know, just so I get an idea. Anyway, yeah, was this the first time you've seen me, Wolf Mother, on any channel for the last couple of years? Okay, Romy, you got it. Okay, Christine, good. I'm glad you've been watching. On Rumble, okay. Yeah, so there was loads of you here, and then you didn't know I'd gone over there. So, well, not that I'd gone over there. I had 2 channels. I've got 3 actually. I've got the Top of Your Game, the yellow logo. That's a smaller one on YouTube. Basically as a backup for this, but this was flying at the time. It was really growing quick, because the other one, the big one, has been hammered, and I'm hoping that will correct itself soon. So I'm glad it's there, but it's been squeezed. Like it's not been, put it this way, if you have 85,000 plus subscribers, and then you see chunks of them get taken off every day, and then you are lucky if you get 1,000 views on a video, where back in the days to get 50, 60, 80, 88, 100, 109, 150, 170, I think we got once, 171,000 views. So that gives you an idea. Anyway, I'm glad to be back. And so I wanted to, it's like anything, we've got to, hit the like button, share it. That's it, share it. Hit the like button, share it. Yeah. So the tides are turning. November 5th, President Trump officially got back in. Art of the Deal, 1:15, 11:05, November 5th. The Art of the Deal is 1:48, Simple Gematria, 1:48. Donald J. Trump, 1:48. Time Traveler, 1:48. Emmett Brown, 1:48. So that's what's been happening. So that's why. Anyway, so I'm glad. So this is like a little victory party. So who else is? If you're in the chat, say hello so I get an idea. I want to know if I've got people coming over from the Tom Numbers Site Club channel, the pink one. Horse sense, yeah. It's not even been squeezed. Like that might be a bad metaphor, but I know what you're saying. I said that. It's literally just turning it off. It's like a drip. It was a nice fire hose, and it was still suppressed then, but then it's like, no, we're just gonna turn it down to a drip. Anyway, so hopefully the other one will correct itself soon. And in the meantime, click the link in the description below, because since then, if you've never seen me for the last 2 years, I've got a free email newsletter on Substack. Just enter your email and you're in. There's about 6,000, I think, of you on there, maybe just under 6,000 that have joined. So get on there. And if you're not familiar, and maybe if you are familiar and you still need a little bit more of an example, a lot of you have been commenting on how well I'm looking. I appreciate that, thank you. I have been deliberately taking, looking after myself and health. And one of the things I've been using is this, the AHA Halo, which is a mini scalar frequency device. Scalar is 54 in numbers. 54 is sun, 54 is love, 54 is orbs. AHA Halo is 46, which is best, which is fast. So I said on my show yesterday, I've been fasting, and you get health benefits with it, but also you get other things that accompany you that you want, i.e. it says you can speak to the Lord, to God, to the universe, however you want it, your higher self, whatever it is. And I did that with a bunch of things. And one of the things I wanted was this channel to come back, because I'd already been approved. Then it was getting hassle. And I was like, and then I saw a window again that I could put my application in, and I pointed out it had been approved, and I just said, waiting, already approved, waiting, still waiting, and then it was up. So that was a blessing of the fast. It was a blessing of persistent action. It was a blessing of what President Trump's been able to make now available. So, Anna in Brazil, she's got her channel back. So I found out you could do it. I applied. I told Anna to do it. I was waiting. I'd been approved. It hadn't gone back up. Anna did her application, and it went up within like a day or two. And then she was watching my channel to see when it went up, so she told me. So bless Anna for telling me. So we help each other. That's what we've got to do. I'm not sure if that was it wasn't a humbling experience, and it wasn't necessary to be humbled. I can assure you of that. What's your name, Glory US? Yeah, that's not a fair comment, to be fair. No, we don't need to be humbled. It's okay for saying that from a non-picture person in the screen and then pretending to love bomb you, but that's not necessary actually. People that aren't truthers, i.e. putting this work in every day, don't know what it's like, and I can just tell you that. I'm grateful to all the loving, supporting folk, but not ones doing that. I'm going to President Trump you on that. That's an incorrect statement. That's a slight statement. We've been humbled all our lives, like you have probably as well. But so when people call people out and say, oh, they're not humble, that's 65 fingers pointing back at you. I'm humble. I'm brave, and I'm a warrior for truth. And just like President Trump, so I don't put up with comments like that. So you're going to go, okay? That wasn't on. That's not on. Yeah, slight comments like that's the thing. So the trolls are getting more clever. They're pretending to love bomb you from all over the place, and then they try and stab you in the back or from the side, and that's not on. So Glory US, you're out. Okay, I'm going to block you right now. You're gone. You're gone. Anyway, back to my sincere folks. Thank you. Thanks for all your support, and it's good to be back on the show. We'll see how active it is. It's been dead for almost 2 years, so we've got to resuscitate it. So if you can like, share, hit the notification bell, put it on WhatsApp chat groups, just get it circulating. You're like my living blood in the system. You're my white blood cells. You're my loyal fans with me through thick and thin. Hey Wolf, that's it. You have to. You can't. There's no time for it. And people pretending. And trust me. And thank you for your comment. We've seen all of it. We've seen so many different angles with this. People parading, people love bombing you, and I've got zero tolerance for it at any level. And I learned from the best. I learned from the best. The thing is, when people are well-natured and positive by nature, which I am, then you take people at face value, and you can't see what's in them because it's not in you. You can only see what's in another person if it's in you. And but there is a caveat to that. As you go through a process, a long time, this has been, 5 years, you begin to recognize patterns, you begin to recognize tricks and recognize people's underhandedness. Not everybody, but a small percentage. And so even though it's not in you, you can observe it through trial and error, through thick and thin, through the lesson. But inherently, when you go into a situation with people, you're going to just view them the way you view yourself. It's a reflection back. And then you get all these other kind of spiritual, quote unquote, ninjas in life. If it's not constructive, if it's not helpful, and if it's not pure, then even though it might pretend it is, and it might be dressed in a wonderful gown or whatever it is, metaphorically, then no tolerance for any of it. We've been censored thick and thin through everything of all of this, and so zero tolerance to anything like that. That's why trolls, they might as well just give up now, because they just get blocked and deleted. And so, yeah, self-righteous, there you go, I'll use this word. Self-righteous spiritual Nazis aren't welcome. There you go. That might not describe it with enough vigor, but I'll leave it at that, because there's plenty in the movement on channels, there's plenty in the audience, and there's plenty of bots. But thankfully, 95% of you aren't like that, and I'm very grateful for that. And I will continue to fulfill my role and my calling to share the numbers with you. And thank you for your support and love. So, hey Sean, yeah. Hey Sea Moon. Thanks, Christine. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. See, some of you don't necessarily understand the numbers, but you like the vibe and the frequency that I'm bringing, because that's what it is. I get the numbers come to me, and then I'm able to piece them together along a thread and make connections for you. But people like the vibe of the show that I'm doing, because I'm called. I was called to do this. I've not had a chat with a network, a group. There are networks in the Truth of Movement. You can observe them. They can fly out of nowhere, get massive loads of followers, and then they circle the wagons, and then they keep all of that, and they are siphoning off the energy and resources and money from the audience. And then there are organic, real called of God truthers, and I'm one of them. And I am. I don't have a network behind me. I don't have no one dictates to me what I say or don't say, other than the algorithm in terms of taking it down or whatever, but that seems to be turning a big curve now. And I have always supported President Trump 1,000% all the way from the beginning. And I've even had to take on people that I thought exactly were the same as me, and then they've tried to do a slide, and I've had to correct that, and I've done that publicly when I've needed to. Anyway, Donald knows who I am. I know who he is, and I'm one of the called to share the message. And I'm not hiding behind a mask. That's the other thing. I show my face. I don't have any qualms about, if people don't want to show their face or be behind a mask, that's up to them. I don't, I'm me. And I'm very grateful for the last 5 years, and I'm grateful for my calling. And I guess I do have an advantage that I was given the numbers from above, and I was able to you were able to live out the experience with me as I share them. But in terms of people, networks, infiltration groups within the movement, I'm not. I'm independent of everybody. And I've learned that the hard way. I could not even fathom that would possibly happen. When we were pushed into the crucible of the compression of COVID, and then people popped out of nowhere, me included, doing shows, I thought we would organically just all on the same page. And unfortunately, we're not. And it's taken a while to realize that. So that's probably why I'm more selective with the people who I do shows with and who I don't do shows with. But also, it's like when you don't have an affinity for, if you think you have an affinity for certain folk and they don't have it back in return, it's like tariffs, Trump reciprocal. Everything is, you have to be, reciprocity is a proper and loyal function in the universe. And if you don't get that from people, if they just walk off, or they use your channel or your name, or they're done with you, just because they don't have the same higher mission as you, then, you know, I'm not one for naming names, but if you can read between the lines, then I never thought that so many in the movement weren't pure and in it for the correct. Before I even monetized on my channel, I was doing it for 1.5 years because I thought that I need to do that, so that's my calling. And then I remember Mark saying to me, he said, well, this might go on a lot longer than you think, so you probably need to start monetizing. And I was like, I guess maybe you're right then, yeah. So then I did. But I wasn't one of the ones siphoning off audiences and email lists and everything else in the beginning, and who still do it now, and whose work isn't even checked or verified. They just come out with stuff and then it just changes. And anyway, I'll let you use your nous, your info, your divine conscience on it. But yeah, I think that sometimes I need to just call a spade a spade. I don't want to dig people out using the spade reference. Maybe there'll be times that it needs to be. I don't think that's particularly classy, but sometimes President Trump does it and needs to. And I don't mean when President Trump does it, it's always classy because he only attacks hypocrites and deep state. In the movement, it's a bit tricky because you still don't know fully in the 3D world who everyone is. But I get hunches and senses and intuition on. I've had all kinds of things. I've had energy signatures on a number of truthers I've met in person, and they're not of the same cloth as us at all. And it would just create a mess if I started saying that stuff, I think. But I'm just letting you know, and you can know and observe who I still do things with. Really, that's probably the biggest heads up for you. So. There you go. Anyway, you're welcome. So, all right, folks, get on the newsletter, on the email list, and get your AHA Halo. It's got a vitamins and mineral. You can actually create vitamins and minerals through frequency. Obviously, get them as pure. You can, and I have those, and you get that through activation. But if you want to top up while you're doing your AHA Halo, you can. And it looks like, in terms of the tariffs, John is still keeping the price the same in price. So I guess he's maybe thinking there'll be a deal done with China soon, and the US. So while it's still at the same price, get it, and you get $30 off if you enter Tom numbers in the discount in the checkout window. And it's free international shipping. So anyway, folks, I'll see you later. I'll be doing the countdown show over on the regular channel. I might start to migrate over here. I'm going to monitor it. I'm going to monitor it and see if we can maybe, because this was flying like Billy-O before and it wasn't suppressed, and then it was. So let's see if we can get this resurrected. All right, folks, take care. Much love. Bye.